Hi and welcome to another video. Today is a little bit different because today I'm going to be showing you guys how I actually make my videos, all the processes I go through, what I do, finding people, all that kind of thing. So it's actually been requested. I was already in the middle of it and then it got requested, so I was like, I'm just going to finish it off, get it out there. Originally it was going to be a Patreon exclusive, but honestly I'm a bit stumped for time and I'm going to do that over YouTube as well. So, yeah. Without further ado, I'm going to go through it step by step. It's all in the timestamps as well. And, yeah, let's get right into it. When I'm looking for who to cover, I like to go to somewhere where I can't have any past history come up, so it's completely blank slate. So I usually load up an incognito tab on YouTube and then search Doctor Who Woke. Then from here I can go around and I can scroll down and have a look for titles that I think might be a bit, and look for channels that I haven't really searched for yet, haven't really found yet, and it's just simple as that. Once I've found something, I'll click on it and be like, watch the first 5-10 seconds of it, see what they say, and then if I think it'll be worth covering, I stop, take the video, import it onto my PC, and then import it into my editing software, where I'll just blind react to it and voice over everything else, making cuts where I think I need to. So I do go into the entire thing kind of blind. Obviously here you can see other people I have covered. There's Harry and Blood there on screen. If you scroll past, you'll have seen quite a few other people. There's Golden Age Geek, someone I think I've covered. If not, it's on my list. It's one of the two. But yeah, there's a lot of people here that I've clicked on and seen. Obviously you've got Neurotic, quite famous for this, for his horrendousness. Obviously there's a lot of people here that I haven't covered as well. If I found some people that I haven't covered, I've got a notepad, they'll go in there, and every now and then I'll check the notepad, have a look, and yeah, see if they're worth covering. On few rare occasions I'm just scrolling through actual YouTube, and eventually something will pop up, which is what happened with Echo Chamberlain. It'll just pop up in my recommended. But yeah, so that's kind of how I find people to cover. So yeah, I guess we're on to the next chapter. So for editing I use a software called Wondershare Filmora, which is completely free to get, but you do have to kind of pay to get rid of the trademark thing. So you just kind of come with a trademark, I have to pay to get rid of that. But the actual software itself is free. You get all of this, everything that you kind of see on screen now for free. Obviously the project I've got up now is the Echo Chamberlain one. So you can kind of see that. This is kind of all the little cuts and things that I have to end up making. After I've kind of done an edit, I do like to kind of go back and watch what I've done. So say obviously here I've done the opaque sprite, and yeah, then I added that intro. I went back and listened to quite a few times because obviously I kind of need to get it right. Yeah, I like to use the keyframes a bit, quite a lot, just kind of obviously throw that. The actual intro for the sprite is also done in this software. I just did it in a separate file so I didn't have to keep doing it over and over, if that makes sense. So it's just a nice little green screen thing. All of this kind of thing, yeah. Obviously the sprite just fades out on its own, and then I just add a fade in for the other one, which always ends in the quieting of the track. That's actually a bit too long now, I'm looking back at it. So I like to kind of obviously when the sprite comes up at the beginning of the video, the whoosh sound effect, that type of thing. What I do tend to do sometimes is a mistake like that, but I've found out that having it, say, a little closer, like 1200, you can just kind of have the keyframe a lot closer, and it'll just do that with the whoosh. So it's more gradual, and you kind of see them coming up, which, yeah, is much better. And it's a bit laggy when I play it back, but that's just because I'm recording the screen at this point. So, yeah, usually with the software it can get quite a bit laggy when you're trying to play back. So, certain points of the video, like doing all the Let's Shit on the Right Wing show, or all those quick cuts. It is normally with quick cuts that it kind of makes the software a little bit laggy. Sneeze. And anyway, speaking of the Let's Shit on the Right Wing show, how I do this, if you look down, obviously you can see kind of cuts and things and markers. I've had a lot of experience timing all of this because I did this in college. So, yeah, I like to zoom in quite a bit and slowly press my key through. So it goes on the syllables. So it starts on the let's. As soon as I hear the sound for the shit, I'll add another marker, and I'll do the same for each one of those. Obviously, sometimes they're a lot closer together, and sometimes they're not. And then I'll do the same for ending that time thing, so it all ends at the same point. But yeah, and then the rest of it's kind of just similar. Obviously, I kind of winged this echo chamberlain kind of part instead of using markers, which honestly I shouldn't have done. I should have used markers, but it's kind of just stuff like this. It's doing different, finding different people, knowing what to say. Well, I have kind of toyed with potentially writing a script before I start a video, but I haven't, and I don't, so I just kind of wing it, go off what they say. What I do like to do though is place little text markers for myself. So see here, this is from the original kind of project of this one. So obviously you don't know where that screenshot has come from, but I like to add little text, tell me what to do, talk over how I find people I cover, which is what I did at the beginning of the video, and then just kind of cut it down just a tiny little bit. But yeah, so things like this, it's kind of just nice. It leaves me with little notices of what I should talk about if I'm coming back to the project. But yeah, there's just kind of things that I like to do. Obviously, if you guys did something different, obviously do something different. But yeah, I think that's all about the software and how I actually go on with editing. So let's on to the next chapter. So for creating a thumbnail, I like to go to a software called PicsArt Photo Studio. Now again, this is completely free software on Windows. You can pay for extras, but you don't actually have to, which is something that I found out, thankfully, just on time. So if you click the upload, you'll be able to throw in your own kind of stuff to create the project. But for purposes of this video, we're just going to throw a couple of random of these together. So we're going to start with the translag, because obviously that creates kind of width and things. We're going to throw in the Dog2 logo. We're going to throw in a sprite, and we're going to throw in the vortex, because why not? And project name, example. And open that. It'll kind of throw everything together just like that. Obviously that's a bit blurry, so that's a slight problem because this in the background is apparently a much bigger image than I thought. So yeah, here in this kind of example, kind of see how I do things. They're not all normally this pixelated. It's because I use the trans flag as the backdrop instead of this. But yeah, it's basically I make that the size I want to. Oh, it's actually a lot less pixelated now that I put it up forwards, but can't say the same for this because there's much more going on there. So I'll just kind of throw something all together. Normally in the background it would be someone I'm covering, also it's to do with that video. 9 times out of 10 it'll just be me overlaying something on top of it with obviously the sprite and then the image, then the Doctor Who logo. Somewhere like there if it's about Doctor Who. And then text. The one I like to use there is swipe up. And that'll go on there. I'll go thumbnail. I'll type in I'll type in the title of the video. Now I could have made the thumbnail for this video in here, which actually thinking about that would have been a bit smarter, but nah, I don't know what I'm going to do that for that thumbnail yet. Thumbnails are always the last thing that I do. I know I should do it before the upload, but it's fine. I don't like doing that. Always do it after because the videos are always prioritised anyway. But yeah, so that's basically how I do my thumbnails. Nice, quick, nice and easy. Go to the download thing there, and it'll just put it straight onto my PC. So writing the kind of description and the titles and all that, it's obviously I pulled up something I've already uploaded. This is the Echo Chamberlain video, all the kind of behind bits. So yeah. With the timestamps, I write them down first. So any kind of timestamp when I'm actually editing the video. Obviously these ones are easy. They're just the 4 chapters, the intro and the conclusion, like the outro, just those sort of things. But most of this is just kind of copied over from the other kind of videos. When I'm writing it, there's an option to kind of copy over certain things, and usually I just copy over the last video's the last video's thing, and I'll put it in here. So yeah, all of this is most of the time is copied over. Obviously the thumbnail that we created earlier, I'd add it in here. I'd put, if it's a Let's Shot on the Right Wing show video, I'd put it there. Obviously I swear, not made for children kind of thing. But yeah, I could also kind of, here on the visibility, schedule. All of my videos are scheduled to the Sunday at 7, and obviously they don't need to do that here because it's already uploaded. But yeah, obviously things like here are not required. When I am looking back though, I can see all the analytics and comments and things. There is a separate YouTube editor which I don't bother using, but I do like to look at them. So all of the comments, every single one of them, I have been read. But yeah, it's basically it. I do like, obviously you got the end screen. It's always going to be the same. It's always just copied over from the last video, because all of those things stay the same. Subtitles are something that I haven't actually really messed with a whole lot, but they're there if you want to use them. And then iCards. If I do have an iCard, obviously, I'll add that in where I need to, and again I'll make note of the timestamps I want them in so I can kind of throw them in. It's all normally done in a Google Doc or a little notepad on my phone, which actually reminds me, I need to add in another link in here, so yeah, that's something I need to do. But yeah, that's basically it. Those are kind of like the 4 parts to how I make my videos. It's quite simple, quite easy. Normally it takes me 2 to 3 hours in total to do all of this, but 9 out of 10 of the times I'll have it all separate anyway. Today seems to be that one where I'm kind of finishing it all at once. So yeah, but that's about it, I suppose. Well, now you know. Now you know how I make my videos. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Obviously, by the time this is uploaded, Doctor Who Season 1 has started to premiere, and Space Babies as well as The Devil's Cord have actually been released. Wow. Now, I'm going to quickly say, I'm going to do a whole what went right for Series 1 of Doctor Who once it's over. Obviously, it won't be straight away, but it will be coming out, as well as rankings and the second part to the predictive ranking, which actually has been copyright blocked, which is really hilarious. That's a whole other story. So yeah, all of this kind of will happen soon. What I won't be doing, which I might be doing for future seasons, is talking about each episode after they've come out. And the reason I won't be doing that for this season is because I'm actually away for when some of these episodes drop, and I won't be at my recording station, so I won't be able to record. So I will be away on the 26th and 2nd, so obviously they're going to be pre-recorded videos, and so like yeah, sometimes I do obviously do pre-recorded to kind of get ahead. Obviously, if I'm away, then I'm going to need to. But yeah, that's about it from me. And thank you all for watching. I guess we'll see you, well, next week. Ciao for now.